Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Finance Unpacked with SB. Recently, Uday Kotak has mentioned that Indian housewives are the best financial managers of the world. Why? Because we invest in appreciating assets and not depreciating assets. And what are those assets? Well, everyone's favorite, it's the yellow metal, the gold. You see, the gold has risen by more than 50% in the past 3 years. In April 2022, the cost of gold was around 55,000 for every 10 grams. Now it has crossed 1 lakh for every 10 grams. So you see a jump of 50% in 3 years. But gold has not been giving so much returns every year on year basis. Generally, gold gives a flat return for years, consistent years. For example, from 1980 to 1989, it gave a flat return. From 1996 to 2012, it gave a flat return. From 2012 to 2019, it gave a flat return. But after 2019, it started moving up. And in the past 3 years, it has given a major jump. But what are the reasons? What are the factors for gold rising so much? Well, let's try to understand one by one. First of all is the global geoeconomic politics, major one being Russia-Ukraine conflict. You see, when Russia and Ukraine started fighting, America very silently blocked Russia from the SWIFT payment, which is like national currencies settlement scheme, which is run by US government. Secondly, it froze all Russian assets, all Russian investments, which were in dollar and other currencies, European currencies. And not only they were freezed, the interest that these assets were earning, these interest was forfeited and used against Russia by providing the support to Ukraine countries, to Ukraine. So not only Russia's assets were freezed, they were used against them. Now that raised a red flag across all economies of the world because we all have like border tensions, right? With our neighboring countries, be it India with Pakistan or China with Taiwan or any other nation for that matter. It rang a bell that we may also get into war because unforeseen circumstances may occur, like Pulwama attack right now, and India may go into war with our neighboring state. What happens then? What if US freezes our assets then and uses it against us? So that raised a very high red flag in the minds of the countries, and they started that we need to have an asset value where our currency should be based, or our asset should be on that currency value which is not dependent on any other country's currency, so that it is not open to manipulation. It is a systemic risk. If US government takes any action, we all will be impacted, right? Secondly, the dollar US trade war. The US China trade war has triggered a massive tariff war across the world. So US is the largest importer of things and China is the largest manufacturer of goods in the world. If these two are at odds, definitely the repercussions are going to be across the world. Now, many financial investment companies have predicted that US might go into recession to the extent that it is now up to 60-65%. Chances are 60-65% that by 2025 end or by 2026, US may go into recession. Now, if US goes into recession, every other country which is having a deal with or having any kind of trade relationship with US has a hit back. Now, as I told you earlier, US is already a major importer of things. So definitely all other countries are they're exporting their materials to US. If recession hits US, we are also hit. So we definitely need to diversify. Secondly, dollar is depreciating. It is declining day by day. So in a depreciating currency, if we have our assets, then our value for assets also depreciate. Plus the US Treasury yields, they are rising. The people are dumping US Treasury bonds, all because people have lost faith in US government. Now you can imagine the extent of impact by the fact that India in 2014 has, not in 2014, India in the past 2 years have brought back 214 tons of gold from other countries, which includes 104 ton of gold brought back in a single transaction from UK, physical gold. Why so? Because you never know what the war broke out. So we do not have faith that other countries will be able to keep our gold safe. What if they refuse to provide us? Consider the example of Germany. 30% of Germany's physical gold reserve are with US. Now US are at odds with European countries, the entire European nations. Going forward tomorrow, what if the US says, okay, we have your physical gold, we're not going to give you back. You have to pay us something, you have to do something, you have this and that, and then only we're going to give you your gold back. Germany will be helpless. So Germany is also planning, other nations are also planning to bring back their physical gold from different countries. The question also arises that should we buy gold now and in which form? See, gold has risen more than 1 lakh per 10 grams. Basically, it has risen more than 50% in the past 3 years, and going forward, like from November 2024 to April 2025, it has risen by leaps and bounds. So is it idle time to buy the gold? Well, nobody can time the market. If you want to buy gold, you should go ahead and buy the gold, but in small quantities. And in case there is a fall, like today it was a fall by 1000 rupees, you may definitely buy at the dip. And should I sell the gold now? Well, if you are a trader and you want to make profits, you can definitely sell the gold, but I would not recommend. It is recommended that you should. Indian household ladies have always been very prudent about their savings. They have kept the gold. Whenever the family comes into the crisis, the gold comes to the rescue. Do you know that India also pledged 41 tons of gold to UK in 1991 to bail out its economy in the price of the commodities? Gold generally provides an inflation hedge. It also sometimes balances out the stock market fall. So if the stock market is falling, the gold generally rises, which is not a very, it cannot be generalized, but sometimes it has been seen that it happens so yeah, you can have a diversified portfolio and have a gold in your portfolio. Definitely have a gold, whether in form of jewelry, bullions, coins, whatever you want, in physical gold or in gold ETFs or gold mutual funds. Do let me know if you want me to have a video on different types of investment options for gold. Follow me for more such videos. Thank you.